rewind for the fourth time, but it's okay, because soon I'm going to come back and say it all worked out. Hey double majors, welcome back to my channel. What's poppin', what's poppin', what's poppington? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brelynn. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell that way you don't miss a notification from me, and follow me on my social media at Brelynn.hunt. Welcome back to another vlog. This one is going to be our New Year reset, but you can tell by the title. Yep, it's also prep with me for my MCAT studying season. If you guys have listened to my recent podcast episode and watched my previous Becoming Dr. Brelynn update video, you would know that I will be studying for the MCAT, and so I'm about to enter a dedicated studying season. With all that being said, it is a hard transition from my fun employment season where I have just been waking up whenever I wanted to, getting my apartment together, going to the gym, eat whenever I want to. Like, no, it's time to, get on our Zoom. So there are a lot of things that I need to do to kind of prepare myself to start studying. The apartment is pretty much done. You can see that there are some new additions. There are only a few more things that I really need to add here to complete the space, but for the most part it is completely functional and super aesthetic. Oh my gosh, speaking of, you guys, I got the best opportunity ever on Sunday. Happened all so quickly that I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys about it. So let me just insert some clips into this vlog here.
President-elect Trump is meeting with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni at Mar-a-Lago.
I'm so glad that we made this work, and I'm very glad that I reached out to you yesterday. I know it was kind of a shooting my shot kind of deal, and I'm glad we got you in here.
Thank you for thinking of me.
So after the meteorologist, we are going to go to a quick commercial break, and then after that, we're going to be coming to you. Great segment. We're all looking forward to. I know some of the producer who worked on the segment, she had messaged me this morning, and she was like, I watched her YouTube videos, and she's great on this topic. And she was just raving about how great of a guest you would be. So we're big fans over here. So
that's so sweet. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you.
Oh yes.
Now to talk more is Brelynn Hunt, podcaster for Beauty and Brains. Great name. So you've got a great resume there, Brelynn. Thank you so much for joining us. Such a big deal, and obviously very life-changing for the ladies who win this title. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I really love the way that you have this community service initiative. And so each girl is able to take something that they're passionate about and put it on a larger scale and actually have a platform to talk about. For example, mine was the maternal mortality crisis. And a lot of people didn't know about this and didn't know how they could be a part of it. I was able to raise money, advocate on Capitol Hill, and really just make a difference in my community about something that I cared about because of the platform of the Miss America organization. And if you become Miss America or Miss USA, it's an even larger scale where you can go on national television or speak across the country about the things that you care about.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm going to. Who do you think will be crowned Miss America 2025 tonight? You got any guesses?
Oh my gosh, you really never know, especially because the preliminary competition was just a few nights ago. But just because you win a preliminary award, which means you have one of the top scores in either evening gown or fitness, and then there was also another night for talent, just because you have one of the top scores there doesn't even mean that you will make it as a finalist, let alone as the winner tonight for the finals. And for example, last year, Madison Marsh, our current Miss America, she did not win a preliminary award, but she ended up becoming our Miss America, because when you see everybody all together, she was a very well-rounded candidate. So we really have to just watch and see who's going to bring it all tonight.
You know, there's a lot of people who want to get into this, a lot of women. What is your advice for any young women out there thinking about competing and getting into this field?
I would say just start. Like, honestly, social media nowadays is the best way because you can see your Miss Maryland online on Instagram. You can DM her and say, how can I get started? You can send her a DM and she will probably let you know your local competition. The great thing about Miss America is that you can start literally at your local level. So you can be a city or a county representative, and then you go on to compete at states, and then you go on to compete at nationals. And when you have a local title, you have an amazing director who will walk you through the entire process. So even if you're a beginner, don't be afraid to try. Just start off at your local.
I love that. And that's great advice for anything, really, as we go into the new year. Just start. So a lot of people need to hear that message. And I want to just say before I let you go, I have to wrap it, but I love what's in back of you. I see that you have quite a collection. I mean, I got to say it, right? I mean, we're talking about beautiful heels and bags. I don't know if that's your closet or a wing of your house, but it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. We're going to follow you on all of your socials to find out what you're up to and more on your fashion. That's really fun. Thank you so much, Brelynn Hunt, podcaster for Beauty and Brains. Relations to you on all of your wins. Thank you so much for your time.
Did the coolest thing, which is just like so crazy to think about. Tonight is the Miss America competition, and as you guys know, I am a retired pageant girly, but ever since I've started competing, I've also been commentating on pageants because I'm just a yapper. Okay, I'm a girl who likes to talk, and I was contacted by a news station, News Nation, talk on the news about the Miss America competition going on tonight. I don't know how they got my contact information. I don't know how, like, she texted me, she didn't email me, she didn't DM me. I said, how did this happen? And I was so, like, I was on the news. And as you guys know, I want to be a media health correspondent. So this is like something that has been on my vision board, that's been a dream of mine, to be able to speak about the things that I love and that I'm passionate about as an expert on the news in this way. And I thought that the Miss America organization was going to get me here, but not in this way. Like, obviously I want to speak about women's health and maternal health issues and things like that. But I was able to give a plug to my social impact initiative, my community service initiative, Birth Equity for All. So honestly, I just pray to God that this is the first of many and that I was able to get my feet wet, and that this just shows, like, I'm so grateful. Like, I'm so grateful to God because it literally just shows me that it's possible and that I am doing the right thing. You just have to continue to put yourself out there and to show, again, that you are an expert in this field. Like, they were fans of me, and so they saw my stuff, and I just have to keep going. If I just keep going, then opportunities like this will continue to arise. And hopefully, again, like, as I move into the medical space, maternal health advocate space, and hopefully these opportunities will continue to come up, but in those spaces. But literally the fact that this just even happened, I'm just so excited and I'm happy. So I'm literally about to leave for church in a few minutes, and like, the timing of this is perfect. I'm at awe. I'm at awe that this just happened. I'm so happy because you guys know that this is something that the reason why I'm really like on here on YouTube, like doing social media and stuff, because sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just stop and focus on the medicine. But I do believe that there is a reason, like, when you put yourself out there, then that's how, like, these things that I see, these dreams that I have, like, how it's going to come together. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like a kiss from God. It feels like a not, like, yes, you are doing the right thing. You are going in the right direction. You just have to keep going, and then it's all going to align. It feels very much so like divine alignment, which I'm very happy about, and I definitely need as I enter this MCAT studying season for the 4th time. But it's okay, because soon I'm gonna come back and say it all worked out. Glory to God. That's all I can say. I'm so grateful. Literally, I feel so seen and heard by God. Like, I'm like, do you even want me to do this? Send me a sign. And he's like, boop. I'm like, okay, period. Heard you, God. Okay, thank you. Oh, I brought that up though because she mentioned my glam room, and I was like, yes, the glam room is finally complete. Like, literally, I added a few more things to the glam room, and then it was complete when I got the text message to do the new segment. And that's exactly why I have the glam room set up like that. Like, literally, all I had to do was do my makeup, and then whoop, I turned on my camera. It was already hooked up to my laptop, so I was able to have the beautiful background. I was able to have my camera and my laptop set up. If I was not already prepared, I would have been running around trying to figure out, okay, what background do I want? Okay, where can I set up my camera, my ring light, in order for me to, like, have my laptop here? But, like, everything was just, I literally just sat down. I've been putting in the work for the past couple of weeks just to make my vision come to life and just to be living a dream. And, like, literally one day I woke up and I sat down and I was able to literally do something that is a dream of mine. So yeah, isn't that so cool? I will say though, I'm not happy about Miss America. I am not happy about the current Miss America. I mean, shout out to, I believe her name is Abby Stalker, you know, Miss America 2025. Shout out to her. Shout out to you all if you watched Miss America with me that night. I did end up, oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, first of all, we gotta talk. I have not updated. I really haven't sat and like talked to you guys. I've been vlogging, but I haven't really sat down and talked to you guys in this vlog for real. So on Wednesday, I think it was, there was like Miss America preliminary pageant. And last year I did a live stream on my YouTube channel for it. And so I decided to do it again this year. I knew that I wanted to bring back community time, which is back now every Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe. Join us for the YouTube live here on this channel. Can't wait to see you there. Anyway, I was like, you know what, I haven't streamed in a long time. This is a great excuse for me to stream, get back in the middle of things, and also it is so fun to watch pageants with other people. So here I am, minding my business, watching the stream. All of a sudden my stream just goes down. I'm like, what's going on? Like, my comments aren't coming through. I'm like, what is happening? Y'all, why did Miss America send me a copyright for streaming the pageant? Not only is it a copyright, because like, you know how sometimes you can like upload a video on YouTube and you'll have like Drake playing in the background and then you'll get copyrighted for it. It's not that type of copyright. Not even the type of copyright where it's like, oh, we're gonna block you in certain like countries or districts or whatever. It was like a copyright strike. Like, I have to go to copyright school on YouTube in order for it to be removed from my channel. If you have more than 3 copyright strikes, they will delete your channel. I was like, Miss America, I have literally done this for you. I did this last year. I literally did this for Miss USA, did it for Miss Universe. Like, I've never had a problem doing this before. I don't know what new production Miss America has, but I said, wow, I'm so offended. So with that being said, I was not able to live stream for Miss America on my YouTube channel because then they put a block. I couldn't go live for 7 days. So I did go live on Instagram. That's why you gotta make sure you follow me over there on Instagram at Brelynn.hunt, because oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'm watching the pageant, and you know me, I'm always going to root for everybody black. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I love Texas. I actually was rooting for her when she was going into Miss Texas. So when I saw that she won, I was really excited for her. And honestly, which I thought was so ironic too about getting the call to do the news segment about Miss America, is that I have not been paying attention to Miss America this year because of my own personal experience not being able to go this year. After my pageant in June, I have not watched a pageant. I think the first pageant I've watched since competing in my own pageant was Miss Universe, which was like in December. So I have not been watching pageants like that at all. Normally, I know the queens in all the different states. I maybe have followed them on Instagram. I've watched them do community service. Like, I know who my favorites are going in. This time, I literally was watching the prelims. Like, let's see who's pretty. Let's see who stands out. Like, I'm just here for the vibes. I'm just here, you know, to watch it or whatever. And so when I ended up getting the call to do it, I was like, oh crap. Like, I don't know nobody. I don't know what's going on. So I ended up having to like really watch the prelim. Even when my live stream was over, I was like, I don't even want to watch it no more. But I was like, you know, I gotta watch it because I gotta know like who's finna be the next top 10. I gotta talk about it on TV. I gotta know what's going on. Anyway, with all that being said, on the finals night, ended up coming down to Texas and Alabama. Texas is a black woman. She is an immigrant. Just amazing, very well-rounded, very great performance. I did not expect for Alabama to be in the top 5, let alone the top 2. I think that she's a beautiful girl. I actually haven't gone back and watched the entire pageant yet, but you know when you just go in with your favorites and you're just like, no, I really want these people to win, or I can see this, or like whatever it was. I had like my 3-4 favorites, and like Alabama just was not one of those for me. But she just like kept moving on, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, why does she keep getting, like, why does she keep moving forward and forward and forward? And so when she won, I was so confused because I was like, what did I miss? Now, sometimes, especially when I was competing, I would try to look at like the entire pageant very holistically. Like, what would Miss America want? Like, what would they, you know, what would work for them? And to me, I've realized that Miss America really loves a story. Also, Miss America really doesn't like to shake the boat. They really love to, they want to crown a certain girl who's going to get certain attention from certain audiences and certain communities. I don't know what it will take for the current Miss America organization and like leadership to like crown a black girl, but clearly they don't plan on it anytime soon, because the past 3 years we have had first runner-ups be black women, and they've been amazing black women. And it's like, if you don't want them, Child, who do you want? When you keep giving first runner up and first runner up and first runner up to the black girl that could have been it year after year after year, starts giving like, y'all don't really want to crown a black girl, do you? Which is like, can we be surprised? We have to remind ourselves that these pageants were literally not created with us in mind, and they were created actually to keep us out. And so now that we're in, doesn't mean that we are really in. Like, we can compete and sometimes we can win, but it takes so much. And all of my love, admiration to the girls who compete in pageants, especially pageants that are not focused or centered around the black woman's experience, because it's so hard to be 2 times as good, to be almost perfect, and to not be seen for all of the hard work that you've put in, to be overlooked, to be for somebody else to be chosen, and not because you could have done something better, but just because of who you are. Like, it sucks, and I hate that part about pageants, at least here in America. But shout out to Annette, shout out to Lulu, shout out to, I don't know what Miss Ohio's name was, I was rooting for her as well, and I also really liked Miss Florida. But anyway, I'll still support the current Miss America. It's not her fault that she's a blonde white girl. Like I said, I think overall she probably did a good job. It's just like, as a black woman, what I'm looking for when I'm watching the pageant, like I said, I'm rooting for everybody black. So I'm rooting for the black girl. So to me, Annette was perfect, Miss Texas. So it was like, why could she not win? But other people are looking at the pageants with their lens, with their viewpoint. And so I can understand how maybe they could see her being the clear winner. And if I go back with that mindset and with that perspective, maybe I'll see it too. That doesn't take anything away from her. When I did do like a deep dive on her social media, she has been putting in the work. Like, she definitely, works out. She's a great dancer. She's a community servant. She does really great things for her CSI. So like, she's like a nice person. Like, I ain't got no beef with her. You know what I'm saying? I was just rooting for everybody black. But anyway, that was Miss America this year. It's definitely crazy looking at it and being like, dang, I really thought I was gonna be there. But I'm not. But anyway, that's not what today's video is about. I went off on a long tangent. Today's video is about getting prepared for MCAT season. I'm just doing a full New Year reset. So I ended up doing that Miss America news segment right before church. I went to church, and then afterwards I drove to Waldorf in order to meet my mom at the storage unit. That way I could pick up my MCAT books. Because yes, my MCAT books were in storage because I didn't need them. Would y'all believe that my MCAT books are in storage? Because I didn't need them, and I have a lot of them, so I gave them to my mother to do whatever she wants with them. I'm here trying to find our storage unit so I can get out my MCAT books and start my prep. Oh, Lord. If I was an MCAT book, where would I be? Oh, child. Oh, I think I see them hiding in the yonder. Are these these are the Princeton Review ones. I want the Kaplan. Oh, would you look at that? Here they are, together, my friends. Should I just take them both, since I have both? I mean, at this point, why not? Also, a part of the New Year reset is taking down all of the holiday decorations. So sad to see my tree go. So empty, but I told you guys that I was going to buy a desk to go in my living room area. I wanted it to go right there in that area where my Christmas tree was. So after I took down the Christmas tree and cleaned everything up, literally right on time, my desk was delivered. All I had to do was put it together. Okay, I took down the Christmas tree. I'm so sad to see it gone. The living room looks so empty, and this corner looks very blank, but as you guys can see, we do have something to replace it with. This is going to be my new desk. It is a ladder desk. I believe I can build it by myself. We're about to see. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Let's get to building. struggled so hard putting that tree together. I've never been so frustrated in my life. I was so frustrated. Like, I did not want to have to pay a TaskRabbit because I was like, it's a simple desk, it's only a couple of pieces. Like, I should be able to do this. I could not do it, y'all. I could not do it. And I was so frustrated because I was like, why did I not just pay a TaskRabbit in the first place? I could have just scheduled this out. That way, the whole time I could have been doing something else. You won't catch me again. I promise you, 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 you won't catch me again. I won't be building nothing else from here on forward. Dexter is now my go-to TaskRabbit. I texted him and I said, please. I texted him a picture of it. I said, look, I can't do it. Please, when can you come? He said, I can be there by 6. I said, thank you so much. He came, put it up. I felt defeated. I was a little bit upset, but I was at least finally able to set up my desk. Now it is all ready for MCAT studying. Let's talk about the fact that building the desk was so hard. I felt like it was impossible. I was so frustrated. It literally shifted my entire mood. I ended up calling my TaskRabbit on hand. Thank God he was available today. Well, because mind you guys, I started building last night. I got so tired. I said, you know what? It's late. Let me go to sleep, wake up in the morning, try it. And this was like not my main thing that I wanted to get done, but I was like, I'm gonna, get it done in the morning time, and then boop, 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 bop. Could not get it done. Call him, he said he could be here by 6. So I feel like my entire day I was like sulking because of that and other things. But you know when you just get so irritated, like your irritation level is just like at maximum capacity? Like that's how I was. Like I was just so, why is my lighting doing something weird? I was like beyond irritated, and when I get like super worked up, it takes certain things to like bring me back down. And it's like sometimes it's just like sitting in silence. Like I was trying to watch YouTube was irritating me, no song was right. Like I was literally just so irritated. But the desk is up. The desk is up. This is kind of sort of what I imagined. Honestly, I wanted something similar to what is in my glam room, where you like drill them into the walls. I think I mentioned this to you guys, but this wall is not as wide. It's not that wide, so it doesn't give me a lot of options. So this was the option that fit within this area. I like that it's white. It definitely blends in. I think I'm going to put my degrees on this wall here. I ordered some more command strips, so when those come, probably like on Friday, I'll put my degrees there. I should probably put my lovely dovely MCAT books on the top of here. Honestly, this is just a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. It definitely serves its purpose, where it's just some place where I can sit on my laptop and do some work outside of my bed or my glam room. With that being said, let's make her official. Ooh. Right, we've got the desk chair. This is a tiny desk, y'all, but I mean, hey, it literally gets the job done. I've got an outlet down here. Okay. Actually gonna be really cold by the window here. By the way, I ended up finding these renter-friendly curtain rod hangers. They actually work really well. Left this here so you guys could see the vibe. Very homey, very cozy. Let me show you guys the updates that I did in the bedroom. This doesn't necessarily have anything to do with like me getting myself together for MCAT studying, but in a sense it does, because I really just want my bedroom to be together. I gotta try to make it cute for y'all so y'all get that. Yes, I want for my bedroom and just in general my apartment to be together. Of course, I may add a few little decorative things here and there, but for the most part, I want to be able to just focus on studying and not trying to get myself together. And I want to be able to come into my room and feel peaceful and tranquil. And I am so glad that I made the changes. I told you guys that I wanted to switch my comforter. I bought this pink one and the vibes just weren't it. It was giving like young Barbie and not like mature feminine like I wanted to. The other day when I went to my mom's storage unit to get those MCAT books, I also ended up getting a bag of my old pillows that I had on my old bed. And honestly, I looked back and I was like, that setup was actually really cute. It's at least good enough now to where everything together gives the vibes that I want. And if I want to switch out a pillow or two, I can do that. But at least I have a better base than what I had before. Let me show you guys what it looks like now, plus the curtain rods and the curtains in here. It's actually really cute. Excuse the lighting, but how cute. Love it. So again, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, this whole setup here is pretty much the same as it was in my mom's house. Like I mentioned, I am going to change these up here. I'm here for now just so that you can see cohesiveness of the pink and how it's just slight touches here and there, but it still adds a very feminine touch. I know it's very hard for you guys to see because the lighting in here gets very yellow at nighttime, but these are the curtains and these are the renter friendly curtain hangers, and I have these beautiful pink curtains that look really good, and also they're like blackout curtains, so if I want to close them all the way, actually no light comes in. Comment down below what you guys think. Should I get 2 more pair of these and have 2 for each one, or do you kind of like it a little bit open like this? I'm also thinking that there needs to be something right here in the middle, something slight. I don't think another painting because I'll have those too, and it can't be another shelf because I have this here, but something needs to go here. So I don't know, maybe one day if I'm shopping in TJ Maxx or at home and I see something, I'll know to look out for something for that wall right there. But yeah, I'm happy to at least have gotten the desk done today because I swore it was going to be the death of me. I was so stressed out, you guys. Like, I've never been so frustrated in my life, and I was really like, I don't want to pay somebody to do this because I feel like it's so simple and that I can do it, but I couldn't do it. Like, I kept trying and I was so frustrated. But hey, it's here now. I'm gonna set up the area and then we'll be one step closer to having everything prepared for our MCAT studying season. Now that my desk is set up, there are a few things that I want to do there, but first I need to run a couple of errands. We did have a really big snowstorm this weekend, so I have been procrastinating a little bit. I think the road should be pretty clear now. First, I'm going to return some things from Amazon, then I'm going to pick up some packages from the mail room. Let's do those and then we'll talk when I get back. Look at me making a salad in the new year. Clap for me. Clap for me. I'm making healthy decisions.
It was about 5 minutes ago when I seen the hottest chick that a youngin' never seen before. I say, yo, tell the girls I wanna meet up. On second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper, spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time, she's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Or should I talk about a smile? Oh, what about a style? I'm out of time. She's out the door. I gotta go for my.
Okay, y'all. The next thing on our to-do list is actually to visit our local library. I live really close to a library, and I'm so thankful and grateful because last time I was studying for the MCAT, honestly, I had a really great space to study at my MCAT last time. I already had my at-home desk set up, and I was pretty comfortable. But we know that sometimes it can get very sad staying in the house every single day studying. So remember back in 2021 when I was studying for the MCAT, literally the libraries were closed. The inside of Starbucks was closed. It was so cold. Crank up the heat. Do y'all remember when they used to put the chairs on the tables so that you couldn't like come down and sit? If you wanted to come inside to pick up your drink, you could, but you couldn't like sit there and study. Now that is no longer a problem. I do thoroughly enjoy a work from home situation where you just roll out of bed and then you go to your desk in your living room. But like I said, day after day after day, it can get dreary, you know? So since it's not a hassle at all, sorry, I'm talking to y'all with this mint in my mouth. Since it is not a hassle at all to go to the library, I want to try and go at least like 3 times a week. Ooh, look how pretty the lighting is out here because of the snow, like the reflecting of the white, period. But anyway, I am going to go peep out the scene. Let me have some class. It's really not that far. If it was warmer outside, I could ride my bike or I could walk there, and I may do that, you know, in future seasons or whatever. But for right now, it's literally snow on the ground. It's cold outside. I'm gonna drive, and I basically have to do like 2 U-turns and 2 lights. It's not that far, but driving it is a few minutes. So yeah, we're gonna go get a lay of the land, peep the scene, see where's a good place to study at, especially for when I do my full-length MCAT exams. I want to see if there are like rooms that you have to reserve ahead of time, as well as possibly get me a library card, because y'all know I do be listening to my books on Libby, and I will still be doing my leisurely reading. Right now, I also have a Kindle, but also I didn't know that you can download ebooks onto your Kindle. I said, wait a minute, now y'all are in trouble. I'm really not about to be paying for any books ever. But anyway, I have a DC library card, but I want one here for this area, so I'm just gonna go. Hopefully I can get that today. And like I said, overall, just peep the scene. Wait, this library looks so small up close. I'm nervous. I don't think there's gonna be like rooms and stuff. Wait, I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Let's go.
She's out the door, I gotta go for mine. Let the door say, oh. Excuse me, Miss and I gotta admit that you got my attention. You're making me want to say, oh. So you're trying to leave this. I see how I love to keep you here with me, yo, baby. Now, so they grab hold of my hand, and let's pretend the flow was ours. You say you don't really dance.
Library was pretty small. Like, there really wasn't a study section for real. I mean, I'll probably come here as often as I go to like the Starbucks or even the Dunkin' Donut once that opens up around here, because at the end of the day, it doesn't seem like there's 3 different areas. There's like a teen section, the main section, and then the kid section. And obviously this time of the day, like, people are out of school, so you have children there. They do have like a laptop. Like, I can definitely study there, but if I ever need it to be like completely quiet, it may not be the vibe. I did end up getting my library card. I'm a Moco girl now, so hopefully I can also go decrease my wait time on some of these Libby books. They also have a really good selection there of like in-person physical copy books, which I will definitely consider for some future reads. But for right now, I am taking my slow time getting through the 3rd ACOTAR book. I really need to. I don't need to hurry it up, but I at least want to be done before Onyx Storm from the Empyrean series comes out, which is like January 21st, and today is like the 8th, so I've got like about 2 weeks to finish this book. And this is another 600-page book, and I'm on like chapter 8 or 9. I'm going a lot slower than I was going previously, but only because I'm like reading when I'm going to sleep at night, and then I'm like tired, so I'm falling asleep. Okay though, even if it takes me a month or a month and a half to finish a book, it's really not about getting through it fast. It's about enjoying it, enjoying the story, enjoying the read. I'm over here struggling. I'll talk to you guys when I get back to my apartment. One more update to the bedroom. I also got a set of these from Amazon. They're literally perfect. I don't know why I haven't gotten those all along. So it came in a set of 2. So I have the other one over there with Brelynn. She's cute. Okay, so now the last question is just to see if I should replace those like 2 fluffy pillows. They're definitely very dingy. Again, they are years old. If I should replace those with like a pink color like this, kind of like this. So like 2 of these there, replace those. And then I think if I do that, I'm thinking about getting rid of these 2 here, But for now, I'm keeping these. That way I can have this pink, and oh, you know what? I could also get pillow covers and use these and put, because you know what? Everything on Amazon, they're like pillow covers, right? They're not even like real pillows, except for these. So maybe I'll get pillow covers and I'll do the white, something with like pink and white pillow covers. I like those two. Love that one. And I'll keep this one. I also really like the comforter, by the way. Overall, you get the picture. But literally, you all, I have 15 pillows on the bed right now. Way too many. I can definitely get rid of 2. By the way, did I show you guys my new nails? This is my first set for January. Very cute. I went back to the same girl. I just asked for something neutral. I like them. The only problem is she ended up rescheduling my appointment literally when I was on my way there, and I did not like that. Then 2 days later, she was able to put me on the book. Can't decide how big of a priority it is for me to keep getting my nails done during this season. Part of me is like, it's something that brings me joy, it makes me happy, so I should continue to get it done. Another part of me is like, you're not working, why not like eliminate all expenses altogether? And then another part of me is like, I'm gonna be looking at my hands all day, every day, whether it be reading a book, typing, writing, so it's like, my nails aren't done, I will feel a little bit if my nails aren't done, you know? It'd be one thing if I was still doing like these $95, $100 sets, but literally this fill-in cost $60. Back to the good old days. The good old days were $20 for a fill-in. $25 for a fill-in. Do y'all remember that? Okay. Anyway, comment down below what you guys think I should do with the bed. We are almost there. The room, I'm feeling really, really good about the room. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really good about the room. I just got a new debit card because my other one expired at the end of 2024. Like, oh my gosh, I have to get a new debit card. This one is expired. I can't buy anything, which is good because I literally went on like a no buy for 7 days. Anyway, I finally got my new one in the mail and I started to cut this one up to put it in the trash. And do you remember how dramatic they used to be like in the rom-coms and movies and stuff? It's when I didn't have enough money to pay for something. Cashier would be like, declined. Why would you be cutting up people's card because it declined in the store? Think about how much they literally used to cut people's cards in front of their faces in the movies. I don't know if they did it in real life. I'm like, why would you cut somebody's card? Anyway, I don't even know if this really matters since like it's definitely void. But my mom is always super particular about like not putting your address in the trash and stuff like that. So I just thought, better safe than sorry. I decided to cut her up. But when I was doing that, it made me think of that and I just wanted to share it with you all. Okay, first time sitting down at the desk. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty late. I was on the phone and I ate dinner and I kind of just been chilling for the past couple of hours, but I wanted to kind of get started on my MCAT calendar. Y'all, this desk is so tiny. It's so itty-bitty, but it does what it needs to do, okay? Right now I have my MCAT books here. I think I showed you guys. I set up the desk the other day after I had my TaskRabbit come. So yeah, let's make sure all of my stuff is nice. Let me make sure everything is connected. You know what? I actually have to buy a new Apple Pencil. I need to do that because I literally lost mine, and don't even ask me how because I'm pissed about it. And I'm also going to play around with Anki again. I haven't used Anki now in like over 2 years, so I need to kind of remind myself of how to use it, and I'm going to download the Miles Down deck. And I think that's all I'm going to try and do for tonight. Not too much. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. So do you want to know something crazy? I'm sitting here and I didn't plan on scheduling my MCAT today. I didn't even really know what the MCAT dates were. I literally remember like sitting in Panera Bread a few years ago, like when the dates first opened up and like there being a long list and all the things, and it just being a whole thing. I've known that I wanted to take the MCAT, and my whole thing is that my mom turns 60 in March, and so she's going like on a big 60th like birthday vacation with all of the family, and that's the last weekend in March. And so when I originally said that I wanted to take it in March, I said okay, I just need to take it before the last weekend in March. Again, I've had this like idea in my mind since about late November, and literally it was like, I'm going to enjoy the holidays and I'm going to start in January. Here it is, the first week of January, and as I was just like going through the different resources putting the like prices together for how much everything is going to cost, and I basically ended up going through the process of signing up for an exam. But I was like, I probably won't schedule it today, but just so that I know like what exactly would be the date that I'm looking for, and things like that. Y'all, I had a feeling that the exam date that I'm possibly looking at is going to be March 21st. That feels like a pretty reasonable date. I'm like, okay, that gives me about 10 weeks, which is longer than the 6-week was. A lot of experts are like, if you're doing dedicated studying, you only need between like 8 and 12 weeks. Like, you do not need to go longer than 12 weeks. And so I feel like 10 is good. Of course, I would have preferred the 12, but technically they're saying that you can do 8. I feel like 10 is good. Okay, so I'm like, okay, March 21st, that would allow me to do everything that I want to do in the timeline that I want. And of course, I'm going to this with an open mind. My goal is not to push back my test and just to take it on the date that I schedule it, but also my goal is not just to take the exam if I don't think that I'm ready. So if I do need to not go on the trip, that's fine. If I need to go on the trip and then reschedule my exam for a couple of weeks later or a month later, I think as long as I take it by like May, I'm fine. But of course, like, the sooner the better, you know what I'm saying? Like, just trying to have some balance to this thought process. Anyway, y'all, not only is the exam date full in this area, but the notification list for every single testing center in the area is full. I didn't know that the notification list could be full, because I was thinking, okay, I will literally just be notified, because I've been there where I have had an exam in 60 days, 30 days, 10 days, and move next. As soon as I get the notification, I have literally moved my date back before, so I know that the dates are going to open up, but I can't even get on the notification list. I'm really not going to stress about it though. Worst case scenario, I'll have to travel for it. I really hope that's not gonna have to be the case. I mean, it's already different with me living in Maryland versus DC, because like I literally could have walked to the testing center or like taken the train there previously, like of all the times, whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. It's literally fine. I just wanted to mention that because I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. I can't even schedule my date today if I want to, but it's crossed and I can get a spot for that March 21st testing day. I can understand though, like March being the prime time, like that's the time that everybody is told to take the exam. And I will say that I have been not stressed out, but joined like the post-grad pre-med TikTok world, and it's helpful because I'm like, I want to create content on TikTok around the type of topic. So my For You page is becoming very much so For You. But I've seen that people have been like studying since October and September, and I'm like, maybe I should have started studying earlier. And although again, there are benefits to like having studied early, I know for me, I did not want to study over. For me, I wanted a break after my fellowship. I wanted to be completely moved into my apartment. I wanted to enjoy the holidays with my family, to be able to travel and not think about the MCAT. And I didn't want to allow myself too much time to study. I was even thinking about how I could have just slowly gotten started in doing like CARS passages, like even just 1 or 2 every single day. And I literally didn't think about that until like January 1st. And I'm like, well, it's too late now. I'm about to start studying. So it's okay. No regrets. I believe that everything's going to work out the way that it's supposed to. I'm going to be where I need to be, when I need to be for this exam. But yeah, just wanted to share. Sorry, lighting's a little bit crazy. It's about like 8:40 now. It's 2 days later. I didn't vlog yesterday because I was up pretty late working on my MCAT schedule. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, even like some of my old videos, trying to remember everything that, all the advice that I have received, trying to remember how to set up Anki again, set up a new Anki deck. I actually did not know how to like suspend and unsuspend cards. Anki is literally coding, but once you figure it out, I do believe it is a good resource. I used it a lot during my MHS days, but I made my own cards, and I did get a little bit spicy with my cards, but it's much better when somebody else makes the cards for you. You know that they're comprehensive. But I'm also glad that I watched the videos, because I was about to get stuck in okay, let me do like Khan Academy and then Anki videos, and I was like, no. I feel like I'm told every single time, and then I don't forget. I like put something over top of these U-World questions. U-World questions are going to be the top thing that I do. So I do still want to do Anki. I'm going to do the Miles Down Anki deck, but I'm also going to be making my own Anki flashcards. But I'm so sorry about this lighting, you guys. It's literally, the sun is still rising now. The main focus is going to be doing those U-World questions. Anyway, no better way to prepare for dedicated study season than to get a protective hairstyle. I honestly, you guys, am so not in the mood for this appointment. I am trying a new hairstylist. My current hairstylist actually recommended her to me because I had braids like back to back just a couple of months ago, so I didn't want to get braids again. I wanted something that was a little bit healthier for my hair, and so I wanted to get mini twists. Now I know you guys are probably like, really, you can do mini twists yourself? When have you ever seen me do any type of like braiding style of my hair? I can twist, yes. I can plait, yes, but I've never been able to, like, you know, part my hair and do that type of thing. And I wanted them, you know, really small, that way they would last throughout my studying period and I didn't have to worry about it. I can go to the gym. Like, that is a really big hack. I think especially as a black girl, like getting a protective style, that way I don't have to think about my hair. Anyway, I reached out to her and it was just problem after problem after problem, excuse after an excuse. I just don't like her vibe. I don't like her energy. But then she wouldn't give me my deposit back. So at first I was like trying to cancel the appointment, and she basically was like, no, I think that I can do it. Oh, I can do it. I don't want to do the twist that small because of my wrist. I understand, but I also don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, you're trying to get me to get these medium twists. I don't want medium twists. I want mini. I want small twists because my hair is fine. I don't want my mini twists to look boneless, and I want them to be long because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really afraid that I'm going to feel like a child. Like, my mom couldn't braid for a very long time, or maybe she just didn't like to braid. So when I was like very small, I would get my hair in twists and like doodle twists, you know, when like you have like 5 twists in your hair, and like my shrinkage has always been super crazy. And so even though my hair, you know, was healthy and it was, you know, whatever, my little doodle twist would be sticking out, like my little 5 ones, you know, with the little barrettes at the end. And I'm like, I'm not trying to look 12. Like, I want it to be a style for my hair that is, like I said, healthy, that I can touch my scalp, that doesn't have too much tension on it. And I just wish I would have went to somebody else. But, and then like the price that she was giving me, I was like, oh, I didn't think mini twists would be this expensive. I'm trying to get it all out now. That way when I go, I'm very particular about the energy that I bring, especially to everywhere that I go, but especially to service people. Like, I'm not about to go in there with an attitude. I'm gonna go smiling. I want for her to enjoy my company. I want for her to enjoy doing my hair, so that way maybe she'll do it to the best of her abilities. And yeah, so I am just trying to get it all out there because I'm still upset about it. And I'm like, I'm just praying that I like it, because if I'm like, with this price, I literally could have gotten butt length boho, like knotless braids. And although it would have been a little bit annoying because, you know, that boho be tangling, I could have, like, for this price, I probably could have gotten virgin hair and added it to it. But anyway, enough complaining. Sorry about that. Good morning. Maybe I'll try, if I like it, maybe I'll try and do it myself one time this year. The parts may not be as clean, but I love some fresh, clean parts. But maybe I'll try and learn to do the style on myself if I really like it. But I think it's nice to maybe get it done one time by somebody who knows what they're doing. But who even knows if she knows what she's doing? And positive energy, positive energy, positive energy. Let me go ahead and continue listening to my worship music. And I will talk to you guys either at the appointment. I don't know what the vibe's going to be, if I want to record, or after. Back home, sitting here at my desk. Oh, period. Look at the hair. Look at the hair. I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't love it. But it's in, and we spent so much money for it, so we're gonna wear it. We're not even gonna talk about it. We're not gonna focus on it. Maybe if we play around with it, we'll like it. It's not what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I'm like, are these not kinky twists? Like, y'all be making up new names. These are not giving mini twists because they're not mini. They're very thick. I think these are like spring twists, which are like, are they not kinky twist? Anyway, I'm also upset because I'm thinking about how much money I spent on this hairstyle. I currently just brought out my credit card to officially pay for my MCAT stuff. I realized, although I have the fee assistance program, since like I'm technically a current applicant, but this MCAT season is like preparing for the next application cycle. Anyway, with the fee assistance program, you do get the free AAMC MCAT material. That includes practice exams. They have cars bundles, science bundles, all the things. But you only get it once in your lifetime. And I previously used it the last time I studied for the MCAT. So now I have to purchase it if I want to use it again. And that is $300. I was like, No. I was not expecting that expense. To mention, since I'm not technically using like a big test prep company like Princeton or Kaplan or like Blueprint like I thought, I was like, okay, I also need to purchase full-length exams, because like how am I supposed to test if I'm doing well, if I'm not taking practice tests, and the practice tests cost money. So Blueprint has 4 practice exams. That's $159. UWorld membership for 3 months is $330, and then the AAMC MCAT official like prep bundle is also $300. This is the cheap option. And that's not even including me paying for the actual MCAT test. And if I have to travel for the MCAT, which I may have to do if a date comes up that's not in the location that I want, I may have to just go and take it somewhere else, which people do. It's fine. You guys have seen previously here on my channel when I lived in Maryland and I took my exam in DC before I lived there. I got a hotel there overnight, and thank you, because there is one lovely subscriber who ended up like sponsoring my MCAT. If anybody else wants to sponsor my MCAT journey, y'all see I'm struggling, I'm trying. I've been unemployed for months. Honestly, I should have saved up for this. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew that it was going to be expensive, and I was trying to figure out what would be like the least expensive but the most effective MCAT plan, but emphasis on the most effective. This is the plan that I ended up with, and I was thinking, okay, it's probably going to cost me about $300 or so. How do we get to $900? Oh my gosh. It just keeps adding up. Like, the numbers just didn't stop going up. Okay, that's enough. We're gonna stop complaining about it. Just wanted to mention that this is why being an underrepresented minority in medicine is a barrier to medicine, because even doing the cheapest option is still $1,000. Okay, so I know we just talked about how expensive this process is, and I know we previously talked about me trying to decrease my overconsumption, but I feel like this next thing is actually going to help with it. If you watch my last video where I was basically announcing the fact that I'm going to be studying for the MCAT again, I told you guys about this, my weekly wish list wins, or what am I going to call it? Yeah, my weekly wish list win. It's basically going to be my MCAT rewards jar. I bought this cute jar off of Amazon. Isn't it so cute? And what I'm going to do is just write down a few little things that are on my wish list. And this is basically going to be my MCAT rewards jar. After I am consistently committed to studying, sweating, and eating for my success. Those are my 3 criteria. Obviously, studying, that means not taking a day where I'm just like, oh, I'm just so overwhelmed, or I'm getting anxious, or I'm tired and I don't study. Like, small wins, big rewards. So even if I don't feel like it, getting up and studying all the days that I need to. Previously, I remember I was watching again back my old MCAT videos, and I was like, oh, I actually used to study Monday and Tuesday and then take Wednesday off, and then study Thursday and then take a full-length Friday and then review it on Saturday, and then on Sunday rest. But I'm not gonna do that this time. I just don't think that I have enough time, but I'm gonna make the most out of my time. So I do think I am gonna study Monday through Thursday, take a full length on Friday, review it on Saturday, and then Sunday will be my reset. And honestly, with my church being now an hour away, it also starting at 1 p.m., laundry, meal prep, making sure that my food is meal prep and things like that, I do think like my whole Sunday is not going to be as relaxing as I want. And I'm also planning on editing my videos on Sunday mornings, getting ready for church, then go. So Sundays, although I won't be studying, it'll still be. So yeah, I feel as though, but also one of my New Year's resolutions, one thing that I really want to be able to, just say that I've accomplished this year is finding joy in my routine. And right now for this season, that is what it's going to be. Like all 7 days of the week, I'm going to have to get up. Whether I sleep in maybe an hour a little bit later on Saturdays and then end up going to the library to review my exam, I will end it a little bit later. Whatever the case is, the goal is, like I said, to be committed to consistency. When it comes to committing consistently to sweating, I want to work out at least 4 times a week. I really want to get back snatched. Like, that is my mantra for this year. I think that I had it right in 2023. I was waist training, I was eating clean, and I was doing strength training, HIIT workouts with the waist trainer. there consistently, and I was eating clean, and I feel like actually my body was great at that point. I want to get back to that, but then I also want to add Pilates. I didn't even show you guys, honestly I don't have that much footage, but the Pilates studios in my neighborhood opened up. Good morning! I'm going to the Pilates studios that just opened up in my neighborhood for the first time. Happy Saturday. I'm so excited. OOTD.
I'm good. How are you? I'm forever.
So when it comes to sweating consistently, again, my goal is to work out 4 times a week, preferably doing 2 strength workouts and then 2 Pilates workouts. I close my Apple Watch exercise rings at least 4 times a week. That is a success for me. And then lastly, eating for my success. This is my kryptonite, and I am really going to try and just create some better habits. That really looks like eating out less, meal prepping more, and choosing good options when I do eat out. You can eat whatever you want. No, we've got goals. The goal is to get back snatched, okay? No. So I really want to reward myself for when I make healthy decisions to eat for my success. And if I do all 3 of those things, I get to pick out something from our rewards jar. Okay, so I am going to write down everything on my wish list, fold them up, and then put them here in rewards jar. I'm super excited about this.
Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived. Don't be sleeping on your level, cause it's beauty in the struggle, nigga. It's beauty in the struggle, nigga. Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. Grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed.
Okay, I'm so excited. They're all in there, nice and neat. I'm trying to figure out, like, it'd be perfect to keep it right here. That way it's in the center of my focus. When I'm studying, I could be like, remember the prize, remember the prize. Okay, that's another reason why we're not gonna have it that up high, because I ain't gonna break this thing. I'll have this in my Amazon storefront, by the way, for you guys. Then I'm gonna put it here, in the corner here. That way, y'all can't see her, but she kind of fits the pink vibes here. So cute. All right, y'all, there are 2 more things I need to do to prepare myself for my MCAT studying season. The next thing, let's go do the bedroom.
There are so many things to be grateful for this time around studying for the MCAT, but as I mentioned, this is my 4th time, and every time I think about the fact that I'm studying in the year of 2025, like, this is 2025. I studied for the MCAT in 2017, in 2021, in 2023, and like, the year 2025 feels so big. And so the fact that I'm still struggling, I'm still trying to overcome things that I have been working towards for years, it really just doesn't sit well with me. But I'm trying to remember that if I don't do it now, then in 5 years I will still be trying to pass the MCAT. But you know what, I will give myself some grace because I haven't been studying for the MCAT day in and day out for the past 5 or 6 years. I've done a lot. I've tried to look away, but I really think that the best thing for me in this season is having my eyes open to how important it is for me to solely focus on passing this exam. And so even though I can't believe that I'm here doing this again all these years later, this is my year to believe. So I better start believing it now that I am here. And the reality is that this is my new truth. For the 4th time, I will be studying for this exam again. The difference is that I really have faith that this time will be different. I believe that I will receive the score to get me into medical school and a breakthrough along the way. Lord, I just pray for my sanity, my self-esteem, my discipline, and my knowledge. I pray that the Lord keeps me, that he goes before me, and that he will bring me the victory that is already his. I have so many pre-day one expectations, like waking up and my Sunday reset, eating dinner and lunch and breakfast, all meal prepped, and going to the gym and Pilates. And I just wonder how much of that I'll actually be able to do, and how much of that I'll be able to sustain without burnout. That way, at the end of this, when I get my score, I can say that I actually did it.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I just got back home from church. Today was like dress like a nerd kind of day, like dress smart day at church. So this was my outfit of the day. How cute is it to be able to put my hair like this? I'm like, you know what, maybe I do like my hair. Anyway, just wanted to say hi because Sunday reset has officially started. Like I mentioned to you guys, Sundays are going to be super important for me moving forward. It's definitely difficult because, as I mentioned before, my church is an hour away. So I started getting ready a little bit later today because I ended up having like a FaceTime call with my family, and I just got home and it is 4:53 p.m. So like literally the majority of my Sunday is spent getting ready and traveling to and for and being at church. So I have to make the most of my time when I get back home. I was rushing so much that I didn't have any caffeine this morning, and I'm regretting it because I'm like, I'm gonna be tired. But I'm back on my getting my groceries delivered kick. For the first time, I was finally able to get my Amazon Fresh order delivered to my doorstep. I thought they didn't deliver here to this address, which is why I've just been going to the grocery store and picking things up. But literally on Saturday, I looked and it was like, oh, do you want your groceries delivered? I said, yes, I do. Thank you so much. So that was great. As soon as I got home, my groceries were here. I'm going to put everything away and then start cooking. I need to meal prep breakfast and dinner because tomorrow is the day. It is the first day of MCAT studying. Tomorrow is the day. I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. Honestly, I feel really good. I feel like this week has definitely helped me kind of just like get my bearings together. I feel like I have everything under control in a sense. I have everything planned out. I know what I'm doing. Also, the podcast is going live in like 5 minutes. I'm so curious to see what you all are going to say about it. I just pray that I have just love and support because you all know this journey is very vulnerable for me. So to be able to share the fact that I am going back to square one and studying for the MCAT again, I'm just going to thank you all in advance for all of your kind comments because I know that you all are going to be kind and supportive and I shouldn't have anything to worry about. In Jesus' name. Okay, we're gonna meal prep dinner. We're gonna meal prep breakfast. We're also going to pack ourselves a salad for a couple of days. I was thinking about taking my diagnostic test tomorrow as like the first day of studying, but then I decided I don't think I want to start off my studying with the diagnostic test. I think I just want to go ahead and like get right into the studying. I think I'm literally just gonna start with my schedule, doing some practice problems, watching the Khan Academy videos, doing the Anki cards, maybe do that for either a week and then take a practice exam on Saturday, or do it for 2 weeks and then take a diagnostic. I think that Blueprint has like a half-length diagnostic, and if that's the case, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take that on Saturday and then I will also review on Saturday. So this will be the first full week where I'll actually study like from Monday to Friday, and then after that next week I'll take a full length on Friday, then review it on Saturday, and then do the Sunday reset on Sunday. Y'all, there is so much to this. Like, you literally have to be so organized and plan well. Test my abilities, because I just feel like I literally have not looked at anything MCAT related in, like I said, about 2 years now. So if I just sat down and took a full-length exam, I haven't even been in school for the past 2 years. I don't think that that score is going to be representative of my abilities, where I'm at even academically. I think I deserve a week or two to wake my brain up, kind of remind myself of the different areas. I did talk to a mentor and she told me that I should not do a content review section and that I should just go straight into doing the practice problems. So I am taking her advice on that, and I think it is smart. I think it is smart because at the end of the day, although I haven't studied this stuff in 2 years, all the time that I have spent studying for the MCAT, or all the times that I have had in biology, psychology, physiology, chemistry, and physics classes together, like the information is in my brain. I just have to bring it, like I said, to the forefront, to the front of my mind. So I'm just gonna kind of like wake my brain up, remind myself of all the information that I know by practicing questions. I'm not gonna show too much of my Sunday reset routine in this video, but if you guys want to see it, definitely let me know in the comments. I feel like Sunday reset routines are so fun to watch. It's really cool to see what other people do on their Sundays to get them ready for the week. When you are on it every single day, having to wake up early, it makes your Sundays that much more important to make sure that you are calm, cool, and collected and prepared for your weekend.
I think being broke is better. For what's money without happiness? Or hard times without the people you love? Though I'm not sure what's about to happen next. I ask for strength from the Lord above, cause I've been strong so far, but I can feel my grip loosening. Quick, do something before you lose it for good. Get it back and use it for good, and touch the people how you did like before. I'm tired of living with demons cause they always inviting more. Think being broke was better. Now I don't mean that phrase with no disrespect to all my niggas out there living in debt, cashing minimal checks. Turn on the TV, see a nigga Rolex, and fantasize about a life with no stress. I mean this shit sincerely. And as a nigga who was once in your shoes, living with nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours, but you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Love yours.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Love yours.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Love yours.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Love yours.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing.
Heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Fake niggas mad, snakes in the grass, let a nigga know that he arrived.